let's get right into it. Just gonna put a clip together using Sony Vegas 12. How to import a clip, how to edit it, slice it, a couple of transitions, some of the tools that I use on Sony Vegas 12 that help me put out videos quicker. Um, and I'm gonna try to explain it as I go. So let's do it. And these are for this is for those drone enthusiasts, just like I am, that want to learn how to slice and dice real quick. You can use different tools. The method or the idea, the basics, are sort of the same. You can implement those same ideas and techniques on other software, depending on how the software works and what the limitations might be on those software. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look for some clips. We'll use this clip here from South Chicago really quick. So I just drag and drop it in there. There's no quality correction, or no image correction, no video correction, color correction going on right now. Any type of correction, what you're looking at is raw. In the preview window, you're gonna see it looks a little bit sketchy. That's just because it's a preview. Depending on your computer, you can go to best, good, preview, and it has different functions. I recommend always using auto, depending on your machine, how the machine handles. The more you do, the more lag it's going to create. For example, you slice, dice, add audio, add transitions, add text, depending on what, the more you have, the more laggy it's going to be. The more laggy it's going to be. And this is just for preview. When you export, you're not going to worry about that. The end result is going to be, whatever you created. You're going to see it in full HD. All right, so let me show you what I mean. If you look, I went on preview and I put it on full. Automatically, you've seen there's some correction on this window here. You could go to best, put it on auto. You're going to see it, even more correction. So I like to leave it on preview, auto. Even though it looks choppy, it lets me get my work done. So cool, we got the clip in here. What I want to do is show you how I correct the colors on the clips. I go here, let it pop up. I go here where it says track FX, click on that. You want to look for color curve right here, Sony color curve. Double click that, press OK. It's going to pop up the window here. After a lot of trial and error, I come to find that this right here is usually the best one. If you need more clarity, just pull it farther and farther and farther out. But this one here usually works well. This dark one right about there, and then the light one here, gives you the perfect clarity on your clip. There you go. That's how I clear up the clip, make it look better. All right, I like to make my clips look wide angle, HD wide angle. So I created a wide angle image in PNG. You can use Photoshop to create yours. I used Fireworks. Let me go to my pictures, double click that so it could open up for you guys. Give you a quick example. So these are just two painted bars that I put up here. One on top, one on the bottom. Size of the image itself is 25 by 60, 1440. Okay, so save it as PNG. Make sure the background is clear, because if not, it's not going to work in Sony Vegas. So let me close that. Let's drop it in here. Grab it from here. Close that. Expand this. Expand that. All right. So now, all along your clip, you have the borders, as you can see. I think it looks cool. To each their own. But that's what I use. That's how I make it look HD wide angle. All right, cool. I usually render in 4K as well, so I should be able to produce a nice wide angle view for anybody that's using those resolutions. Cool. So now let's drop a track in there. I'll drop a track in there, but I'll put it low so that way it won't bug us as we record. All right, so let me lower it. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to do a quick transition as well. I'm going to show you how to do a quick transition. It also maximizes the length of your videos by doing these things, because you don't have to just use one part of the clip. No, you can zoom in, zoom out, and show people different looks of your clip once you get the hang of it. So let's get right here. So I'm gonna make this part right here a transition. So I want it right when it hit the last turn. So it's gonna be coming up there. Slice it there. Oops, I sliced the audio track. That's another thing too. So the way you slice and dice on Sony Vegas is that you place your line where you need it, and you make sure that it's highlighted. For example, I slit the audio track. Control Z, let's paste it back, and then I'm gonna go right back up, make sure this is highlighted, press S, and it sliced it. So I want to transition from here to here, but zooming into the bridge, and then from this clip on, I want to zooming out of the bridge and getting into a different scene farther along on the clip. So cool. Let's give it a slice around there. Now we want to click on this, zoom in, click on this, and then again. So the reason why I sliced this part is because I want to do a transition to zoom into the bridge. So we want to be full framed, and then we want to click a plus here down this timeline here, and this is the part where you zoom in. So let's zoom in so you can see it on the screen, and then I want it to be at the bridge. We also have to play it back so that way we can see the speed of it. We don't want it super fast or looking corny. So let's close this real quick. We'll go back to it. Okay, so there you go. There's a transition. So now that we got to that point on this end here, we can go down the line, and well, you know what? Because let me look farther down on the clip. Right about there where it starts panning away from the bridge, so we can still get a shot of the bridge. So let me slice it there. Whoops, wrong one. Slice it there, remove this, press the delete on the clip you want to remove. So now that we got that, I'm gonna slice it right about there because it's still not panned away from the bridge. So remember, we zoomed in on this last one, so that means this clip has to have a zoom in to out. So let's make sure. So let's create a marker here, right? So this one we want it full screen, and this one we want it to zoom in. So let's zoom in. Remember the timeline, the speed of it, we won't know. So let's look at it. All right, good. So it was too fast. I know you guys seen that, so let's move it back some more. Yeah, that's a better. That was a better rate. So there's a transition there. Let's get right to it. You seen it? Zoom out, and there it is. Now, I messed up my calculations because it took too long to get to that clip. So to fix that, we go in here. We see where it's zoomed in and where. So let's bring this one about there, and it should keep it full screen until it gets here, and it did. So when it gets here, it'll zoom in. It should have a bit more speed and correct that long pause that it was zoomed into that bridge. So let's see. Kind of, sort of. All right, so here's another fix to that. Shorten the clip. Bring this one out because it's going to match up anyways. So there it is. Now, that's a transition. So now what I want to do is I want to make it obvious that it's a transition and it's not edit failure or something like that. So on purpose, I am going to put a sound effect where people realize what they're looking at. So boom. I harvested this sound effect from one of my videos. There you go. Obviously a lot of movement by the drone, but I did that on purpose. So another thing is, you notice that right here, right there, the drone moves very fast, and it's actual waste of clip. So what I like to do is slice that, get to that point, slice that. This clip right here, you can slow it down. At the end, put your mouse at the end, hold down the control button, and pull. What you're doing is slowing down the clip into slow motion. So when it gets to that point of the clip, it should slow it down and not look so bad when it's spinning. So let's do that. And there it is. Slowed it down. You see that? And if we want to get more creative, get to that point where it stops, so that way it doesn't look as bad. Stretch that out so it can meet the clip. And let's play it again. Not bad, eh? There. And then here, let's grab this audio clip, copy. Let's paste it here, right at this. So, right there. So, I want to mess with this clip, this video clip, add another transition, slice, and this, oops, wrong one. Control Z, slice. And then this is the one, this is what I was telling you about, maximizing your clip. So at this transition, it's going to be the same clip, but I'm giving it a different look. By going into this window, you know what, I wanted to zoom in. So let's give it a marker there. I give it a marker. So I wanted to zoom into this location here. And that's the different look that I was talking about. Oops. Well, I'm going to put it right there because I think it should give it a better speed. Let's see. There you go. It's too slow for it to be a drone, the movement. So that's what I was telling you about this marker. You see this marker here? This is the marker that gives it the speed as long as you're coming from the front, which is full screen, to the back. So, boom, let's go. I should have speeded it up by moving that marker. Much better, much better, much better. Could go even faster. I'm surprised. Let's go here. Pretty cool. But yeah, I thought I'd put this together and show you what Sony Vegas can do for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you and answer them. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with MySpots.